Hey there YouTube, Wrestling Optimus here, back with my action figure review of WWE Raw's 30th anniversary. This is also the go-home show for Royal Rumble, which airs this Saturday, so there was a lot going on. And everything went down right here in Philly, but unfortunately I couldn't get tickets. Either way, I've got all the results from this star-studded affair, so for a recap of the show, let's take it over to the action figures. Raw opened with Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart. I don't have a Hogan figure because he's a piece of shit. The only interesting part of this was when Hogan's mic broke and a stagehand awkwardly came out to replace it. The entire bloodline comes to the ring next, decked out in ceremonial red lace. This was originally supposed to be a gathering of the Samoan dynasty, but it turned into the trial of Sami Zayn, apparently after certain people couldn't make it. Being in Philadelphia, an ECW chant breaks out when Paul Heyman takes the mic. He dismisses it though, and accuses Sami of being in cahoots with Kevin Owens since day one-ish. After an obligatory Philadelphia Eagles reference, because they're in the playoffs right now, he shows footage of Sami hesitating whenever KO was involved. An indignant Sami refuses to even defend himself. Shockingly, Jey Uso steps in to stop Solo from spiking Zayn and shows his own footage as evidence of Sami's loyalty. He tells everyone who thinks Sami should stay in the bloodline to raise their ones. Most of the audience raises their fingers, along with Jimmy, but Solo and Paul remain defiant. After thinking it over, Roman finds Sami not guilty, but says he doesn't want to see him until the Rumble. The Usos stay out to defend their Raw Tag Team titles against the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio. Finn Balor gets ejected right before Jimmy injures his leg. Adam Pearce comes out and threatens to make the Usos forfeit their titles, but Sami steps in as Jimmy's replacement. Sami and Jey eventually hit a 1D on Dominic for the win and to retain the Raw Tag Team titles. But backstage, Roman reiterates to Paul that he doesn't want to see Sami until Saturday. The Godfather is serving as doorman for Farouk's poker game when JBL arrives with Baron Corbin. At first, no one wants to let Corbin in, so he's forced to bribe them. LA Knight calls out the legends in the back for an open challenge. Dong! But swerve, it's not the dead man, it's the American Badass. LA Knight runs away while claiming he's going to beat Bray Wyatt in their pitch black match at the Rumble. The lights go out and Bray enters with his lantern. He chases LA Knight back to the ring where The Undertaker starts a chokeslam but throws Knight to Wyatt instead, who hits a Sister Abigail. Then, Taker whispers something to Bray and rides out. Back at the poker game, DDP beats Alundra Blaze and the Alpha Academy. Later on, Baron Corbin manages to beat the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, but Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, steps in and takes it all in taxes. Enter Farouk for one of his trademark, "Damn!" Next up was supposed to be Becky Lynch vs. Bayley in a steel cage, but Io and Dakota attack Becky beforehand and lock themselves in the cage to beat on her some more. Adam Pearce eventually uses bolt cutters to get in and calls off the match. Boo! Out comes D-Generation X, along with Kurt Angle. Road Dogg starts his speech, but when he gets to Billy's part, he acts confused and asks why Kurt is there. Angle replies that he's always wanted to be in DX, and strips down to reveal DX merch. Triple H asks, "Are you ready?" Imperium interrupts. They want to confront these degenerates and restore honor to the great sport of professional wrestling. Triple H steps up to Gunther before saying he's retired. All the other DX guys also say they're too old to fight. Cue Seth Rollins music, but X-Pac points out that he's by himself. Cue the Street Profits music, but Triple H is still confused if this is official. Cue Teddy Long's music to announce that this is, in fact, a 6-man tag team match, playa. Shawn says all they need now is someone to control this mess. After a brief discussion, Kurt strips down again to reveal a referee shirt, and it's on. Jerry the King Lawler joins Corey Graves on commentary. Cool. The match is mostly focused on Rollins vs. Gunther, but in the end, Seth manages to stomp Giovanni Vinci for the win. MVP interrupts Bobby Lashley during a backstage interview and continues trying to get back in his good graces. However, once again, his offer is declined. The Nature Boy Ric Flair introduces his daughter and the current SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte. She brags for a bit before getting interrupted by the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Sonya Deville interrupts for some reason and winds up in a match against Bianca, who uses a KOD to pick up the win. Bianca starts to cut a promo on Alexa Bliss, before Alexa appears on the Tron and says she's going to win the title on Saturday, and she doesn't need Uncle Howdy or Bray Wyatt to do it. We get another Cody Rhodes recovery video package. Cool. The Miz wants to know why there's no Miz TV tonight, so Kevin Owens comes out of the crowd and stuns him. KO cuts a promo on Roman before stunning The Miz again for good measure. In the main event, Austin Theory defends his United States Championship against Bobby Lashley in a no DQ match. But after Bobby puts Austin through a table and is about to win, Brock Lesnar comes out. He F5s Lashley, then F5s Theory on top of him, allowing Austin Theory to retain. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the better episodes of Raw that I've seen in quite a while. I totally forgot that the first hour was ad-free because it went by so quick I didn't notice. But let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Anyway, that'll do it for Raw XXX, the sexiest of the anniversaries. If you enjoyed this, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Like the video, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on Twitter at WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. If you haven't seen my latest video, you can check that out right here. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.